KSAT 12. The 6 o'clock news starts right now.
States like Nebraska and Florida could soon be sending law enforcement to Texas to help near the border.
But one border sheriff says those coming from out of state might not understand their communities, and that could cause more problems.
Tiffany Huerta spoke with the Maverick County Sheriff about where they need the most help.
I'm a little worried because they don't know the area, they don't know the people.
Maverick County Sheriff Tom Schmerber has concerns about bringing law enforcement from out of state.
County, we have a lot of Hispanics, so I'm just afraid that they might confuse just a regular citizen. Being an immigrant, I'm expecting a lot of complaints.
Congressman Henry Cuellar says this is a bad idea.
To bring in somebody from out of town, out of state, should I say, then I think all you're doing is you're gonna set up some very interesting situation on that. All you need is just one situation, and that will cause a lot of concern for the governor. I think the governor should be very careful when he asks for people to come down.
Recently, Florida's governor says he would send law enforcement to Texas. Nebraska's governor also says they will assist and send about 24 state troopers later this month to help patrol the border. Instead of having them in the communities, Sheriff Schmerber says they should be positioned along the river.
Put them on the river where they can be seen, and maybe that would prevent the immigrants from crossing.
It's still unclear when these state troopers will arrive or how the cost of the deployment would be covered. Tiffany Huertas, KSAT 12 News.
Now, the Department of Public Safety sent us a statement regarding the offers of assistance from Nebraska and Florida. It says in part, quote, "We are grateful to every agency that has offered assistance in making Texas and the United States more secure, and will be integrating other law enforcement agencies into our operations at the border as appropriate," end quote. The Florida governor's press secretary sent a statement saying that more information of the Florida State Trooper deployment would be coming by the end of the week. You can find both of these statements on our website. Just click on this story.
San Antonio police searching for a suspect in a late-night stabbing on the west side of the city that sent a man to the hospital. Officers found the injured victim lying on the sidewalk in the 900 block of Cerralvo Street just before midnight. Investigators believe the victim had been stabbed several times following an argument. The victim taken to the hospital. By the time police got there, the suspect or suspects were long gone. No word on the condition of the victim.
Aggravated assault charge for a man accused of attacking another man with a knife overnight. San Antonio police responding to a home in the 300 block of West White Avenue a little before 2 o'clock this morning. That, by the way, is located on the south side. According to officers, 31-year-old Matthew Joel Delgado went into the victim's room yelling and acting frantically. Then police say Delgado stabbed the other man in the ankle when the man lifted his leg to protect himself. Delgado then returned to his own room on the property. When police got there, they were eventually able to get Delgado to come out and surrender.
A world of trouble and a lot of pain. That's what Bexar County deputies say one driver is in for after an overnight crash downtown. He's accused of driving away from a UTSA police officer and then crashing into a Bexar County deputy's car, shutting down the on-ramp at I-35 in Guadalupe for more than 4 hours. As Katrina Weber tells us, a serious misstep by that driver next sent him to a hospital.
An unmarked car headed to a Bexar County Sheriff's Office call around 2 this morning. Instead, is stopped in its tracks. BCSO investigators say it was hit from behind on the Guadalupe Street on-ramp to southbound Interstate 35 by a car whose driver was running from UTSA police downtown. The deputy inside wasn't seriously hurt, but did go to a hospital as a precaution. The other driver got out of his car, then made a painful mistake. They say he tried to escape by jumping off the overpass. The deputies believe the suspect may not have realized just how high up he was. Based on the signs out here, it looks like he fell at least 20 feet. He suffered several broken bones and was taken to a hospital. The sergeant told us that man originally went on the run after running a red light. Now it seems his next stop will be jail. Investigators say they plan to check the driver for possible intoxication since this happened around the time when Fiesta events were wrapping up. They say it's also possible he could be charged with aggravated assault on a police officer. Reporting from downtown, Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
A plea from local health leaders in Bexar County when it comes to the new Delta COVID variant and vaccines. Metro Health's medical director tells Courtney Friedman having just one shot of a 2-dose vaccine will not give you enough protection.
Blame for much of India's devastating COVID-19 crisis being put on the Delta variant.
This is a variant of COVID that is much more transmissible. So the usual things that we're used to doing to take precautions don't work as well.
The variant now makes up about 10% of all U.S. cases. And while Pfizer and Moderna vaccines do work against it, they don't hold up nearly as well if you only got one of the 2 doses they require. Metro Health Medical Director Dr. Junda Wu says a new study found that having just one of the 2 doses only gives you 33% protection against the Delta variant. The full 2 shots gives you 88% protection.
When I say that the vaccines work well, what I mean is you can catch the virus but not get really sick.
As of last week, 108,000 people in Bexar County only had their first doses completed. And to those people, Wu says, schedule that second dose now.
And it doesn't matter if it's been more than the recommended amount of time. You don't have to restart the series. Just go ahead and get your second dose.
There are now lots of places you can go to get that second dose. So if you want to find the closest and most convenient for you, head to covid19.sanantonio.gov and click here on this vaccine section. Courtney Friedman, KSAT 12 News.
The city of San Antonio controls the Riverwalk all year long, except for a few hours once a year. That's when the city surrenders control to the Texas Cavaliers for the Fiesta River Parade. And they showed us how it's going to happen tonight.
This Greg.
Greg C., are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Joe Crew, Riverwalk Operations Superintendent for the City of San Antonio. I'm calling to officially turn the San Antonio Riverwalk over to you and the Texas Cavaliers for the next 3+ hours to conduct the 76th Texas Cavaliers River Parade. Congratulations, sir, in advance for a great night for a very worthwhile cause.
Again, that was not the actual call. It was a demonstration of how it happens every year for one of the most popular Fiesta events.
The actual phone call is just minutes away as we get closer to the beginning of the Texas Cavaliers River Parade. And after last year's parade was canceled, people are more excited than ever. A big crowd expected on the Riverwalk.
But you don't have to fight the crowds or the heat if you don't feel like it. You can actually see it right here on KSAT 12, just a few minutes away. Myra Arthur, David Sears, our production crew getting ready to bring it to you, and they are standing by live on the Riverwalk with a preview. David and Myra.
You know, we all know Fiesta 2021 is underway. We're excited about that. And now,
wait.
So are we. David Sears and I down here for the only parade that we're going to have at Fiesta this year, the 76th annual Texas Cavaliers River Parade. Yes, it is hot, but that is not stopping the crowd from coming out here. People are filling in right now.
This is great.
We're ready to get things going.
Well, I just want people at home to know this is not really sweat. I just have different shades of coral on my shirt. It's actually pleasant. The sun is behind the trees, behind some clouds. There's a breeze blowing. So come on down. It'll be okay. Just drink some water, wear some sunscreen. You'll be fine. It's the River Parade. Hadn't had one in 2 years.
You know, and I have to say, I feel like we're lucky to be here after this last year. It feels good to be out and about with people. And we all missed last year, but that is not having anybody miss a beat out here. We know how this goes every single year. It's the San Antonio tradition. Plenty of people are passing by us here, getting medals, which we are vigorously handing out.
Yes.
And of course, like Steve, you mentioned earlier, if you're not able to come out here, we're going to be broadcasting this entire thing right to you on your devices in your living room, starting at 7 o'clock tonight. From 7 to 9, that's the parade. Then, of course, Fiona and Mike pick things up from SA Live. They're going to do their event from 9 to 10 o'clock, and you can check it out online as well.
Exciting night, like 50 floats. We've got King Antonio, Rafael. We've got lots of color, lots of pomp, lots of circumstance, lots of fun tonight. So
lots of water.
If you like water, if you can't watch it or you can't be down here, watch it on TV at 7 o'clock.
All right, Stephen Easties, we will send it back to you.
Now we're cooking.
This is just getting started.
Viva Fiesta. This is the way we do it.
I was going to actually mention the Fiesta here that Myra has, which is also one of those traditions traditions.
Love it, yeah.
And every year David Sears puts confetti in it. So there you go.
Looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. The hanging of the rain rock at Nyosa. Just one of the many traditions that are part of the party with a purpose. It goes up before a night in Old San Antonio every year to keep the wet weather away. And after missing out last year, the last thing organizers or people with plans to go this year want is a rain out. So even though a lot of people would like to break the heat with some rain, the rain rock was hung just like it has been every year since the late 1970s.
Meantime, summer in San Antonio is kicking off with a heat advisory. So one nonprofit is trying to check on some of our most vulnerable neighbors. The vast majority of Meals on Wheels' 4,300 customers are seniors. And the nonprofit's volunteers try to check in on them when they deliver meals to ensure they're staying cool. Many don't have air conditioning or have inadequate air conditioning, Meals on Wheels says. Fortunately, their CEO says window units have developed to the point that even older homes can handle them.
Window units now are so much more efficient. They don't have the power pull that they have, and they will help keep people cool in a small room. Biggest thing is airflow. A box fan blowing the air, turning the air, makes all the difference in the world.
If you know a senior, Meals on Wheels CEO recommends checking in on them and ensuring their fans or AC are working properly and that they're drinking plenty of water.
And as we talk about the hot weather out there, hot, humid, let's have a parade. Adam Caskey joins us live now from the Arneson River Theater. There's actually a cold front in Texas.
Yeah, kind of hard to believe that a cold front is just basically has already moved through I-20 to the north of us. It is pushing southward. Don't get your hopes up for a big change in temperatures or humidity around here. It's North Texas that's really going to reap the benefits of that cold front. I do think, however, we'll have some showers and storms popping up tonight. We'll time it out for you coming up, let you know if it could affect the parade, and of course, get you ready for the rest of the week. We'll see you back in here in a couple minutes.
Via bringing back a way to get to Fiesta events without having to deal with downtown traffic.
Our Samuel King joins us now. And Samuel, the Fiesta Park and Ride service kicks off tomorrow. Tell us about that.
Well, Stephen Easy, that's just in time for Nyosa, of course. The service will run from 5 to 11 each evening through Friday. Now, of course, Via's special event service, all of it, was suspended because of the pandemic, and this will be the first time it's resuming. Service will run from the Crossroads Park and Ride as well as the Madla Transit Center near Zarzamora on I-35. Buses will drop people off at Market Street at the Convention Center, of course, pick you up and take you back in the evening. Via says the service will not be as extensive as in past years because Fiesta itself is scaled down, especially with the cancellation of the Battle of Flowers and Fiesta Flambeau parades.
Those are typical events that would be high ridership for our park and ride facilities. And so that's why we're also matching our park and ride service to the Fiesta events this year.
Now, masks are still required for everyone on Via vehicles to comply with federal regulations. Tickets are $5 round trip and can be purchased at ticket booths and the Via Go mobile app. And of course, you can also take Via's regular downtown routes as well. For instance, if you're heading to the parade this evening. And looking at traffic this evening is this I-10 at Fria, looking a little better as we head over here to the traffic wall. But we have some delays downtown as people head downtown here, especially on 35 approaching the area. This is the downtown area. Commerce is going to be crowded all week, so watch out for that. Also, we had some delays on 281, but that is improving greatly here. 16 minutes southbound on 281, 13 minutes heading northbound. It was up to 25 minutes heading southbound earlier, so things getting a little better, but still watch out for that. And remember that park and ride service begins tomorrow evening from 5 to 11. Stephen Easy.
You know, Samuel, I'm hoping everybody that goes to Nyosa takes Via or Uber or Lyft or a cab, or, you know, I'm not saying, yeah, if partying, don't worry about.
There you go.
Who's driving.
Yeah, and speaking of Fiesta, it is a warm one out there, unlike any Fiesta that we've ever experienced. Our Adam Caskey is standing by with a little more on the weather situation outside. Adam.
Yeah, we're feeling the heat out here. You know, temperatures aren't that abnormal, but the humidity is sky high and well above average. I love the Arneson Theater all times of year, but especially during the Texas Cavaliers River Parade. It is beautiful. You got the stage behind me. Folks are starting to filter into their seats along the parade route. You can see them underneath the bridge. Lovely decorated bridge this year. The theme 2020 vision. Of course, 2020 was supposed to be, last year, and now it's 2021. Postponed. But we're here, and we're ready for some fiesta action. And really the only live parade, this fiesta. Okay, let's talk weather. You look at our almanac data, we were actually 1 degree below average, 92 our high temperature today, but it's the humidity that, of course, made it feel a lot warmer than that. Feels like 103 right now. Take a look at temperatures across the whole state. And what's rare for this day is that we actually have a cold front that's moving basically through San Angelo right now, and it's pushing southward. And it's going to make it here. It's not going to bring us those cooler temperatures that we have up north. In North Texas, we've got some 80s and even 70s in the northern panhandle. Okay, don't expect that for afternoon readings, but we will have a wind shift and a little drop in our humidity. Heat indices. Del Rio stands out over 110. Laredo stands out at about 117 now is what it feels like there. It feels like 103 here in San Antonio. Feels like it's 11 degrees warmer because of the dew points. And the dew points well into the 70s. I mean, 70 is where it gets oppressive. You get well into the 70s and it just compounds it even more. As we get through this week and even tomorrow, the afternoon dew points will be dropping a little bit, so it's not going to be as oppressive in terms of that heat index and the afternoon humidity. Okay, let's talk about the front and rain and thunderstorm potential. The effects we're not going to feel very much from the front, but I do think we'll see some effects. Here's lightning and thunder later tonight in some spots. So you look at satellite and radar, front is draped across the state, basically moving through San Angelo, already through the Dallas area. A few showers and storms off to the north of us. We're anticipating gradual development through the evening and into the night. And our Futurecast shows this has a couple of very key pause points here. Particularly, let's get to 10 o'clock. River Parade's done with. Activity mostly developed closer to the hill country. There's that 10% chance we could have a quick shower or thunderstorm here along the River Walk during the parade, but it's highly unlikely. Get to midnight, 1, 2, 3 a.m. Still some scattered, widely separated thunderstorms developing. The off chance of a stronger storm. We can pull that out. But mainly, I think we're going to have a lot of heavy rain and some lightning and thunder associated with these. We get into tomorrow, and we'll probably have a few showers and storms popping up along the coastline. Before this evening, you see a 50% chance at 10 o'clock. Temperatures gradually falling through the 80s, 86 at 10 o'clock. And then we'll finally get down into the 70s after midnight and start the day tomorrow in the mid-70s, rising to near 90 for the high temperature. And of course, you'll notice some sticky humidity. It's just not going to be quite as bad as what we had today. It's all relative this time of year. It's June in San Antonio. 7-day forecast looks very June-like, very summer-like. You see us well into the 90s, a lot of sunshine. And in about 6-7 days from now, we could actually see a few isolated thunderstorms popping up. We're going to have another look at your forecast, another fresh look at that radar and where the storms are coming up next half hour. In the meantime, Viva Fiesta, y'all!
I noticed you have your pink party pants on, Adam Caskey.
I think, are they tradition. Or are they salmon? Salmon. I think since they're near a body of water, they're salmon.
You're rocking them either way. Thank you, Adam.
Yeah, he is rocking them no matter what the color. All right, let's turn to sports right now. And could this be the job that Becky Hammond gets?
Well, certainly she is down the list of finalists after going through the first interview process. Now she's up for a second interview. When we come back, we'll let you know where that might be. And also, what a Father's Day for this pro golfer. We'll explain coming up. Spurs assistant coach Becky Hammond will receive a second interview for the vacant head coaching job at Portland. That's according to ESPN. That's the Clippers assistant Chauncey Billups will also be one of the candidates who will receive his second interview with the team. Becky's trying to become the first female head coach in the history of the NBA. And with 7 vacancies so far this offseason, her chances are increasing. She's already become the first full-time female assistant coach in NBA history, the first woman to lead an NBA team in the Summer League, and the first woman to take over as head coach in the regular season after Pop was ejected against the Lakers last year. year. Hammond is also up for the vacant head coaching position in Orlando. After making NBA playoff history with his 48-point performance in 53 minutes, and the Nets' 115-111 overtime loss to the Milwaukee Bucks to end their season. But KD does not want to stop. According to The Athletic, Durant will suit up for Team USA this summer to compete in the delayed 2020 Tokyo Olympics. He is by far the biggest name that has emerged in Greg Popovich's first year of leading the U.S. men's basketball team. That will also feature Devin Booker of Phoenix, who's committed, even though he's still in the middle of trying to push the Suns to the NBA Finals. And now today, Nets teammate James Harden says he will also participate as well. Training camp begins on July 6th in Las Vegas before departing for Tokyo. The games begin on July 23rd. That said, the Tokyo Olympics will allow local fans to attend when the games open in just over a month. But organizers say they will limit capacity to 50% with a maximum of 10,000 fans for all Olympic venues, and they must wear masks. The decision was announced following talks online with 5 parties, including local organizers, the International Olympic Committee, the International Paralympic Committee, the Japanese government, and the government of Tokyo. The decision contradicts the country's top medical advisor who recommended last week that the safest way to hold the Olympics would be without fans.
Pro football coverage, powered by Davis Law Firm.
The NFL has yet to interview Houston Texans holdout quarterback Deshaun Watson over 22 allegations of sexual assault and misconduct filed by 22 masseuses in civil lawsuits. Now, that's according to our sister station, KPRC in Houston, who has talked with Watson's attorney, Rusty Harden. Harden added that there are currently no settlement discussions in progress with the 22 accusers in those civil lawsuits, and we have not heard from the Houston Police Department saying if it has begun a criminal investigation. The NFL could suspend Watson if it finds the 3-time Pro Bowler violated the league's personal conduct policies. Texas Longhorns will now face Tennessee in the losers bracket tomorrow in the College World Series in Omaha after losing a pitcher's duel in the first round of Mississippi State. The Bulldogs' Will Bennar was on fire. He struck out 15 of the 20 Longhorns he faced, setting a new Mississippi State school record. But even though they were down 2-0, Longhorns still have a chance to win in the bottom of the ninth when Mike Antico blasts a shot to deep right for the solo homer to make it a 1-run game. Now Texas has runners on the corners. Doug Hodo has a chance to at least tie it up, but he grounds out to second to end it 2-1. What a Father's Day for John Rahm at the U.S. Open at Torrey Pines. That's after defending champion Bryson DeChambeau suffered a meltdown with a bogey, double bogey on 11, 12, and 13. And then how about a quadruple bogey on 17 to finish at 3 over? It came down to Rahm and Louis Oosthuizen. Rahm moves into the lead, the tie for the lead at least at 17 as the ball rolls right into the cup to put him at 5 under. Then on 18, this is for the outright lead to move into 6 under. But Oosthuizen has a chance to catch Rahm, but his tee shot at 17 goes into the penalty area to put him 2 strokes behind Rahm going to 18. So as a result, he must eagle the hole from 69 yards out to force a playoff. But as you can see here, he's going to come up short. John Rahm wins his first major on his first Father's Day on the same course he won his first PGA tournament and where he asked his wife to marry him. Tell me, can you top that?
No, that's awesome.
Can you top that?
Yeah, no. Thank you, Greg.
Got it.
We'll be right back.
Every time we do one of our Fairfax KSAT San Antonio report, the issue of homelessness comes up as one of the community's biggest concerns. Well, there is a group that is doing something about it. It is a group that has started a place called Town Twin Villages. And I'm joined by Dr. Chris Plachet. Did I say that right?
Yes.
Okay. And you are with Housing First Community Coalition.
Right.
And you've started something called Town Twin Villages. Explain to me what Town Twin Villages is.
Okay. First of all, I would say that Housing First Community Coalition is sort of the overbranching board of directors that founded Town Twin Village once we found property.
Right.
And that name became because before, in the 1960s, 70s, and 80s, it was Town Twin Movie Drive-In Theater.
So it's
that's
on the
where we got
road.
our name. So we decided to call it Town Twin Village, because that's just much more appealing than Housing First Community Coalition.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about this new project. So when do we plan to have it up and running? How big is it going to be? How many people is it going to house and things like that?
Well, we hope to have, I think we're going to be housing people in a stepwise fashion. Okay. We hope to house the first 25 in October or November. And then every 2 or 3 months, we're going to hopefully house a group of people in what we call a mini village. The village, Town Twin Village, is composed of about 12 mini villages. So we're going to try to do construction on each mini village. Each one of them surrounds a gazebo with a picnic area and grill and that kind of thing.
And the idea it fits into housing first. Like you feel that people need to have a place of their own to solve some of the other issues that are going on within the homelessness, within the homeless community.
Exactly. I mean, just imagine how your whole psychic would be if you were sleeping outside and didn't have the safety, didn't know where a bathroom was, didn't know where you were going to get the next meal. So when you have that house or that roof over your head and a key, to lock your door and a refrigerator to know where your next meal is coming from and a bathroom, of course, to know that you have that, a lot of problems just kind of melt away. But most people do need that extra help, and that's the other really vital difference about Town Twin Village is that we're going to have medical, dental, mental health care right there on the spot. We're going to be offering Catholic workers involved, and we're going to be offering 3 meals a day in conjunction with traveling loaves and fishes from St. Mark's. So they'll have meals, they'll have a barbershop, a little nail place, and lots of different things. I mean, it could be that they never even have to leave the village, but we hope they will. I mean, we want them to integrate within the community. But and some of this, and most of the amenities at the village will also be open to the neighbors if any of them would like to join us for meals or Friday night at the movies. We're going to reinstitute those outdoor movies, but instead of drive-in, it'll be walk-in.
Now, this project will house about 200 or so people, but the need is far greater than that.
Oh, yes.
So is the hope that this is the first of many projects like this?
And we've got to do it right because we've got to do it right, because I think this could be an answer to the problem, but it's just one part of the answer, and we just know that that the responsibility is on our shoulders to do it right so that it can work.
So many people have, like I said, in the polls that we've done in the past, homelessness has always been towards the top of the concerns of people that think it's one of the biggest problems in the city right now. You've been involved in this issue for quite some time. I mean, do you think it's as bad now as it has ever been, or is it just more visible than it's ever been?
Well, I think Haven for Hope has been a great asset, and it serves, hundreds, almost 1,000 people every day. I think by the fact that people are now camping downtown in areas where people see a lot, and they have these tents, and it's pretty visible. I think part of the reason we think it's worse now is visibility, but I do think in reality it really is worse due to COVID and lots of other, economical factors.
You're right.
So this project also took a lot in terms of partnerships and planning.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
We've been planning. We've been planning since 2017, and we have some wonderful partners. SAM Ministries and Center for Healthcare Services and Street Medicines with the University of Incarnate Word. There's a lot, and I already mentioned Traveling Loaves and Fish and Catholic Worker. So we hope to have, we call them formal supports, like the medical, dental, San Antonio Christian Dentistry, forgot that. Formal supports with the medical and dental and mental health and case management. And then informal supports would be all the meals and the clothing and the nails and the hair. So I don't know, I think and then we also have 2 classifications of volunteers. Those that have never been homeless before that want to live and be kind of a mentor, and then those who have been homeless before but they're on their feet and they're going, but they also want to mentor. And so I think those are 2 kind of types of supports. And I forgot to mention 2 other things.
Yes.
Hospice, we're going to have hospice for those who are still homeless that don't live there but are dying, and we want them to die in dignity. And respite units, those who are discharged from the hospital to the streets and still have wound care or need help, they can stay there temporarily.
Want to let you go on this question. Somebody's at home right now. They want to know, how can I help with this effort? How can the average San Antonian help you guys?
Well, right now, we're going to be looking for volunteers, but we're not open yet. We're still in the construction phase. But right now, if somebody wants to donate money, that's always helpful. We have a campaign going. Build a house if you've got $40,000 right now, or adopt a home where you can pay $400 in rent every month and become a partner with the person that's living there and be like a buddy. So those are two different ways, but any kind of donation is great.
And can they make those donations on Housing First Community Coalition website?
Yes, we now have a web link that links to that. That's Town Twin Village, if that's easier.
Okay.
And town is with an E, T-O-W-N-E. I don't know if that makes a big difference.
No, it does if they're searching for it.
Right.
Yeah, Chris, appreciate your time.
Thank you so much.
Great to see you again. We'll be right back.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Some construction to tell you about that's resuming this evening. This is Loop 410 on the west side. The main lanes will be closed between West Military Drive and Marbach Road in a little less than an hour and a half, actually. So 2-mile stretch there. Have to use the frontage roads in that area. Again, that begins at 8 this evening. Let's take over to the eastern part of Bexar County, I-10, 1604. Some delays approaching 1604. And once you get inside, there's going to be some main lane closures again this evening. These begin at 9. Westbound I-10 from 1516 to Wycold. So watch out for that this evening as well. And taking a look at downtown traffic, 35 at Cesar Chavez. The parade about to get underway in about 20 minutes. But if you're making your way downtown, things look a lot better than they did about 45 minutes ago, Steve and Easties.
All right. Thank you, Samuel. Let's take a live look outside with live cam. 92 degrees out there, and boy, does it feel like it outside.
It is feeling every bit of that. And let's go down to Adam Caskey right now, who joins us live from the Artisan River Theater, where shade is at a premium, my friend.
It boosts your mood. Now that the sun has gone behind the big oak trees and shaded pretty much the whole seating area here of the Artisan and the stage, people are still fanning themselves off at their programs and just moving slowly, taking it easy. But despite the heat, typical June weather, it's going to be a success tonight, and we are very excited to bring it to you here on KSAT 12. Right after this newscast, we're going to have fun. We do have a cold front off to the north of us. I know, a June cold front that's headed toward us. Don't get too excited about big changes behind this front, but some storms are in the forecast. We're going to time that out, coming right out.
Well, we are just a few minutes away from the Texas Cavaliers River Parade, which you will be able to watch from the comfort of your own home right here on KSAT 12 following this newscast. David Steers and Myra Arthur are getting ready to bring you the Fiesta magic.
Yeah, but Myra and David, not the only ones out there. Our Jaffney Gray also out there in the crowd as people are making their way down to the River Walk to watch this parade. Jaffney joins us live. Hi, Jaff.
Yes, guys, obviously a big party taking place right now. If you look across the way, you'll see there are people there. You'll see people all the way down. Just everybody finding their seats as we speak to get ready for the Texas Cavalier River Parade. Of course, this has been going on for over 7 decades. A lot of people excited about this beautiful experience. You even got a couple volunteers along here, some of them with first aid team that help out people health-wise. You got people setting up different bars and other activities for people just to enjoy during the parade. Now, I did get a chance to chit-chat with some who say they're excited about seeing the parade as though they missed this experience last year. They are pumped for different floats, but are even more happy to be a part of raising funds for the children's charities.
That's what it's all about. And I was so excited with the porch parade to see how many people were participating from all over San Antonio. It's just not the people who are in the coronation or doing this or that. It is inclusive of everyone.
Again, in less than 30 minutes, the first float should touch down on the water. People get a chance to see that beautiful experience. But if you are coming out to enjoy this, be sure to stay hydrated. Of course, you know the heat's been a big topic today. Stay hydrated, wear some cool, comfortable clothes, and of course, Viva Fiesta. Live from the Riverwalk, Jaffney Gray, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you,
Looks like
Jaffney.
a lot of fun out there, yeah.
It does look like fun. And contrary to some of the rumors out there, the river was just rippling. It's not boiling out there for the heat. Adam Caskey joins us live now from the Artisan River Theater, where it is hot, it is humid, but, part of that is just Fiesta.
Yeah.
Exactly. We're all in this together, and that's Fiesta. It's when you get the cascarone cracked on your head, and then before you know it, your forehead turns a shade of green, a shade of purple, a shade of red, a shade of yellow from all the confetti and all the dye in the confetti. It's like that for everybody. We're having a good time. Nyosa, they've got the rain rock. River Parade, salmon pants. The power of the salmon pants keeps the rain away just for the parade. That's what we've got here at the River Parade, that we're harnessing the power. Okay, I want to show you a little bit here on the stage. You know what I'm attracted to? The engineering that's going on around here. You know what's in those babies. Oh, we got some confetti in there. It'll be raining some confetti, baby. We've got it lined up and down here. And of course, I brought my high caliber Cañón de Casquirón. So we're going to have some fun tonight, starting at 7. Get ready, folks. Okay, we have some weather to talk about. So, all right, Sal, let's get set up here. 92 degrees still right now. That's our high temperature for the day today. That's actually a degree below average, but it's just so humid. Dew point mid-70s, making it feel like it's 11 degrees warmer than the air temperature. Let's look at the whole state. Often we just show it local, but there's actually a cool front off to the north of us, just passing through San Angelo and slowly moving southward. Obviously, temperatures are a bit cooler behind it, some 80s, even a few readings in the 70s behind that front in the far north panhandle. Well, that front's pushing southward. Of course, very humid out ahead of it. You look at the heat indices, and on average, where we are, on the warm side of that front, it feels like it's 11 degrees warmer than the air temperature. So Del Rio, Laredo, they stand out. They've got the heat indices above 110 and even up to 117, all because of the dew points, the moisture content of the air, mid-70s around here. Now, as we go through the week, the afternoon dew points will mix out a little bit and drop a little bit more, so it won't be as oppressive for the afternoon humidity. But that cold front's likely to trigger and spark off a few more showers and thunderstorms later this evening and tonight. Already some action around Big Bend, even near the National Park. That's good. That's part of Texas that needs it badly, but also a few little pop-ups developing to the north of us. Take a look at this full screen so you really get the big picture and explanation of what's going on. There's the front off to the north of us, slowly pushing southward. As it does so, we've got some instability, and that front should be enough to just get the storms developing and a few popping up. Exact location is really up in the air. So you look at the futurecast, stop at 10 o'clock and then even into midnight, you see some storms developing. Don't pay too close attention to the exact location of those, just the mere fact that it is popping some up and developing them. We think about 40% of our viewing area will get hit by some of the heavy rain, maybe even the off chance of a stronger storm, especially after 10 p.m. We think that's our best shot and the most likely scenario for those showers and thunderstorms. So you look at the evening forecast, it's a 10% at 10 o'clock, or moving up a little bit higher even, and then 30% there. And then once we get to midnight, thereafter, 40%, and a little more numerous in terms of the coverage, but again, not hitting everybody. And actually, I was just talking to a man here who's got a ranch down in near Carrizo Springs, and he's got some empty tanks down there. He could use the rain, so cross your fingers for folks in that situation. All right, tomorrow, a 20% chance, a few popping up, mainly east of I-35 and closer to the coastline. And we get up to 97 later this week. It's the June heat. We're feeling it. Not a big break in the humidity, no big changes in terms of how it feels from that cold front that's headed our way. All right, I'm gonna actually be right back here at 7 o'clock when we start our festivities here from the Artisan River Theater. Viva Fiesta, everybody. Enjoy this from the comfort of air conditioning indoors, okay? We'll bring you the full experience. We'll see you in a bit.
You know, I love that Bill Taylor, our producer, has names for different stories. He calls that Kasky in the Wild, which couldn't be more accurate.
Fitting slug,
yes.
Fitting title. All right, we'll be right back.
It is Monday. It is June 21st.
It was here off Pleasure Park where San Antonio police found a man laying in the middle of the street with a life-threatening gunshot wound. That man was later rushed to a nearby hospital where he died from his injury. Police later found 34-year-old Devontae Campbell off Brownleaf and arrested him in connection with the shooting.
An unmarked car headed to a Bexar County Sheriff's Office call around 2 this morning. Instead, it stopped in its tracks. BCSO investigators say it was hit from behind on the Guadalupe Street on-ramp to southbound Interstate 35 by a car whose driver was running from UTSA police downtown.
On hot days like this, Meals on Wheels isn't only delivering food,
It's also bringing a concerned neighbor to the door.
The heat's not getting you down, I hope.
CEO Vincent Farah says that in hot weather, volunteers pay close attention to the seniors who make up the vast majority of their nearly 4,300 clients, making sure they're okay.
It's a familiar sight during Fiesta, the hanging of the rain rock. This tradition taking place this morning on the front porch of the NIOSA office. The ceremony's been happening since the late 1970s. That's when a volunteer hung the first rock with the hopes of warding off the rain during the popular Fiesta celebration.
Now, you don't want a cascarone on your head, correct? Okay, so maybe we can just get each other. How about that, boys? You ready? Oh, come on in. 3, 2, 1. Oh, I got him. There we go. Okay, you got each other. There we go. There we go. You know, brotherly love, friendly love. You got to love it.
And that is all our time. Thanks so much for watching the 6 o'clock news.
All right, coming up next, we have the River Parade from 7 until 9, then the SA Live special from 9 until the night beat. And that's when we'll see you again. Good night.